So you are newly crowned Miss Diaspora Nigeria, USA. So if this is a new initiative, tell me about it.
Yes, it's a brand new pageant. So Miss Diaspora Nigeria USA is all about embracing our culture, empowering women to evolve, and just showcasing our talents and creating that community and giving us a voice to speak on this platform and a voice of change and impact.
So there are a lot of people who say that beauty pageants are outdated and we should be evolving past that. But this is actually a new initiative that you guys are doing. So how come you all came together to do a beauty pageant?
Yeah, because a lot of people can have their opinions. They can say there's over 7 billion people in the world, right? Mm-hmm. So that being said, everyone's gonna have their opinion. But for me, this beauty pageant means so much because it's giving me a voice to speak and represent my Nigerian community and African communities. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to a beauty pageant, what matters most is show what you're gonna do with the platform.
Mm-hmm. And so what are you gonna do with the platform?
So when they asked me, what are you gonna do if you were to win Miss Diaspora Nigeria, I thought about myself. I thought about myself when I was a little girl in the suburban neighborhood, only African girl in my town. And I thought about how, I didn't really have a community in my school where I was bullied. And now that I have this platform, I want to empower young girls to know that we are here for you. We have this community. So that's just one aspect. But the other aspect that's really important to me, to my heart, is that I want to go back home. I want to show us that diaspora, we care. We are doing things to make a difference. Because my personal story, I was 8 years old. I had a trip to Nigeria with my mom. And best trip ever. I came back on the plane. I got infected with malaria, severe malaria. And what happened was that it was so bad to a point, I was hallucinating. The malaria entered my brain. I felt like I was gonna die. I remember hearing my parents saying to each other, why did you bring this girl to Nigeria? She's going to die. Because American doctors really didn't know how to treat it, didn't really have the training. So I was in this position where I felt as a little girl that was going to die. But I was so blessed to have an uncle who trained in Nigeria in medicine, who's a doctor here in the States, who was able to get the right medication to save my life. And if it wasn't for him, and if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't have been here. So that brings to me, why did I want to do this pageant? What impact do I want to create? What do I want to say to the world, and what do I want to leave my mark? So that brings me to say, I really wanted to advocate for children's healthcare in Nigeria, because I think about the kids. The parents don't have their resources, or they can't afford the medication, or all the sick. Malaria is the #1 health problem in Nigeria. The sickle cell, there's HIV. So I want to use this platform to raise money for children in Nigeria and all of the diaspora, and really just cover their medical expense, or just be able to give them free malaria kits and anything we can do to help them, because everyone deserves the right to healthcare.
And well, that's great to see that what you're going to be doing with your platform. And are you also going to be going there to work to empower young women to potentially study to be doctors, so that they can work at home in their own medical fields?
Of course. So when I go there, besides just going to the hospitals and taking care of children and seeing how we can serve them and help with their expenses, I want to go to different schools. I want to go to the different organizations and talk to the young girls, letting them know that you can be anyone who you want to be. Because this pageant, I've never done something like this in my past. But at the end of the day, what matters most is that if you have a vision, if you really believe in yourself, you can achieve anything. Because we are a community. We are powerful Africans. We're Nigerians. And every woman deserves the chance to be who she is, to live her dreams.
And so here in the US, now are you also equally being an ambassador to bring Nigeria's culture outside of your diaspora to other people who may not know about it?
Yeah, of course, because this is only the first edition. This is Miss Diaspora Nigeria. We're hoping to do Miss Diaspora Ghana, Miss Diaspora South Africa. The goal is really for all of our different communities to come together and have that have that platform so people can, come here and realize that you're empowered and you have your voice.
That's fantastic. So by this time next year at the next Gabby conference, what are 3 things you would have liked to have achieved?
So 3 things I would like to achieve by next year. Definitely, one, I would have to say, like, raise a certain amount of funds for the hospitals in Nigeria. 2, have an initiative with women and, like, talk to older children and, like, raise money as well there. And then 3, I would say, carry on to, like, being Miss Universe Nigeria. And so that way, like, I can compete and, like, make a bigger impact.
Great. I look forward to speaking to you next year and hearing that you've achieved all 3.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.